Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Inside the Lunchbox. This is your boy Chef Mac, and once again, I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend.
Happy Independence Day, everybody in the United States. Special shout out to Will Smith. Thank you for saving us from those aliens. We greatly appreciate you.
We're going to celebrate our Independence Day.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. Living in freedom, living in democracy, using miles instead of kilometers, using Fahrenheit instead of Celsius, using them freedom units. We riding with Biden. We're not stuck with Starmer, if you know what I'm talking about. Uh-oh. Down with the monarchy.
So what's going on, man? How was your week going? How's the last 2 weeks been?
Oh, it's been great. I had a little trip out to Dallas where I got to take my stepson to Fort Worth. We had a good time. Got to go to see like the last hotel that JFK stayed at before he was assassinated. He stayed in Fort Worth, came out that morning, like gave this great speech to a crowd, drove to Dallas, and Dallas people shot him. So got to see all that. Spent some good time with my fiance out there. Had this great time. Great times all the way around. Then we had a nice road trip on the way back and got to stop at Buc-ee's, and it was good. Good times.
Yeah, I can't go nowhere without stopping at Buc-ee's.
Oh, it's on the way, you know. I have been indoctrinated into the cult of the beaver.
How many? The question is how many Buc-ee's are en route to Dallas from here?
Well, it depends on which route you take, but I think there's two. If you're going 45 to Dallas, there's two. There's one about 100 miles outside of Houston, and then about 100 and some odd miles after that, you have one about 100 miles from Dallas. So like at the 1/3 destination and the 2/3 destination, roughly.
Oh, okay.
That I know of, off the top of my head. I don't know. You gotta ask my fiance. She knows all the Buc-ee's everywhere in Texas, has them marked out.
That's awesome. Hey, I like Buc-ee's, man. Buc-ee's is definitely legit.
Yeah.
I want to go to the big one. They had they just opened up the biggest one down by Luland going towards San Antonio.
Oh.
And we'll see hopefully real soon if I could go to it or not.
Yeah.
But all right, so let's get this party started. So last week or week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago?
About 2 weeks, yeah.
We started a series, Food Ways in the United States,
right.
Going to each state and seeing what their favorite food is,
right,
or what they're known for, I guess. And
yeah, just something they're famous for, or just a local dish or something.
Yeah, and we found out that some of these places, they don't have any food, man.
They're slacking in the food department. I mean, maybe it's just because I came from New Mexico, where we have great local cuisine. And then I also was raised and grew up a lot in Texas, which also has great local cuisine. And then most of my adult life, I lived in like Florida and parts of Georgia. So to find out that places like, I don't know, Iowa doesn't have great food is just weird to me.
Yeah. So when I was doing the research on one of the states, Minnesota, I was like, they don't have anything.
Right.
Okay. Well, so we're going to kick this off with Colorado.
Colorado,
the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah.
I hear feedback. I don't know if it's coming from your
I heard
phone.
it too, but it's mostly gone now.
I think it's coming from your phone. Is your volume down on your phone? Maybe.
It's as down as it gets.
It is? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to start this whole thing off with some balls. Yeah, I think maybe it's my phone. Maybe it's my phone. I hear
All right, well, you go on about Colorado. I'm going to fix this real quick.
Yeah. So, Colorado, folks, we looked it up. We did the research on it. And, of course, Rocky Mountain oysters. I'm not a big fan of Rocky Mountain oysters. I don't even know why people would sit up there and eat on animal balls for a delicacy. But apparently, in Colorado, fried Rocky Mountain oysters is a delicacy. So I'm not a big fan of it. It's just one of those things where they could keep it. I'm not putting any balls in my mouth or anything like that. Next thing is Colorado. They have the Levi's favorite, green chili. And it's actually called a Pueblo chilies. Is that the same thing as the green chili, the hatch green chili? Do you know?
I would imagine this probably comes from the same. Hot green chilies are like a specific pepper that are in New Mexico. But I mean, like the Pueblo peoples went from like Colorado down into New Mexico, so it
Yeah.
might be the same green chilies.
Yeah, so they have like I guess it's supposed to be like a spicy dish, more so.
Oh yeah, no, I've had this. This is incredibly spicy. My mom tried to make it once, and it was so hot you could have poured it around the house to keep the bugs away.
Really?
That feedback is coming from my phone because my phone is called into the show, and I can't
Oh.
mute that volume.
Oh, okay. It's no
So
big
it's
deal.
slow as it gets. Oh well, no
It's
big
all
deal.
good.
But yeah, let me look at this. Price get the recipe. Green chili is made from an assortment of ingredients including onions, tomato, garlic, and variety of spices and chiles. Certainly not exclusive to Latin or Mexican restaurants.
So it looks really good. It's definitely green. I wish I had the picture I could show you guys, but what it is just look like it's a chili, a green chili soup, and they also have the Pueblo chilies. I guess the Pueblo
Oh,
chilies.
these are different chilies. These are grown.
They give it the spice and everything.
Okay, so the Pueblo chilies are grown in Colorado on a mesa.
Yeah.
Okay, so these would be. It's probably the same family.
Yeah.
They're probably not going to be the same sweet green chili peppers I'm used to, but yeah, no, those are unique.
Yeah.
Good job, Colorado, on having a unique dish.
Hey, I don't know about the Rocky Mountain oysters bowl,
Oh yeah.
but anyway. So another thing that they have, which is kind of interesting, is Colorado. They love their lamb. Apparently, their lamb is the best lamb in the nation. It's supposed to be really good, sweet. It has a sweetness to it, and it's called Colorado lamb. I love lamb. Lamb is very earthy taste. It's very clean. It's not that much meat when you eat like the lamb chops or anything, but it's really delicious, and it's healthier for you. And of course, when you eat your lamb, you want to cook it. I like it medium rare
Yeah.
or medium. Is where I go. Was the way I go with a lot of my meats. But Colorado's definitely doing big things. Hey, so I got a question. So if I go to Colorado and I order Rocky Mountain oysters, do I have to order those in pairs?
Moving on.
Can I get a pair of Rocky Mountain oysters, please?
So my home state, where I was born and raised, New Mexico, land of enchantment. You have the green chili. Oh, that's actually really good.
That looks
good.
good.
In fact, I think it was like back in 2021, Whataburger was running a hot green chili cheeseburger special for a bit there. I just remember getting off work with my buddy Randy, and we were just going to go to Whataburger, and like they were good. Don't get me wrong, they like it's still fast food burger.
Yeah.
But that just green chili pepper salsa, whatever you want to put on it, that they put on the burger, just really good. But yeah, like if you ever have a chance to eat a green chili cheeseburger, absolutely go for it. It's really good.
I could definitely see that having a really great taste with, especially with the meat patty and everything like that. So definitely, if you're out in New Mexico, definitely check out the green chili cheeseburger. I guess that's what it would be called.
That is a special that we
It's a
make.
special,
Yeah, the
okay.
green chili cheeseburger. It's just good. And you can go to like places like HEB, maybe Kroger, a couple others. You can get little cans, and they say hot green chili peppers on them.
So-
you can get those little cans, and you can open them up. Like I used to do it when I was in Florida. I'd go down to like the local store, find the green chili peppers
Yeah.
in cans. You take that spread, and you just put it on top of your regular cheeseburger, and you eat it. It's really good.
Okay, so it's more like a spread. So they thicken it up, kind of like
Yeah.
they kind of use it kind of like a mayo, kind of
Yeah,
sort of.
well-
like a spread, like a. It's not like a salsa.
It's more like a salsa.
It's more like a salsa. Okay.
Yeah, it comes out of the can. You got like the little chopped things. You can add like whatever you want to make it like a little bit more creamier. Then you just put it on your burger, or you just dump the peppers straight on your burger.
That sounds cool. That
You
sounds so
mash it and
so
you eat
good.
it. It's good. Yeah, it's like salsa.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, and they're the hot green chili peppers have like a sweetness to it. They're like it's a flavor you don't get anywhere else.
Yeah. So this one I thought was kind of interesting. It's called Carne Alvadada. So,
Adovado?
Adovado. What it is kind of like a beef stew. The best way to describe it to me, if you ever had a Hungarian stew, it's like kind of thick. The sauce coats the meat very well. It's not really too soupy, and you just eat a bowl full of meat like a Hungarian goulash. That's what
Right.
that's what it reminds like a German goulash or a Hungarian goulash.
Yeah.
And it's thick thick cubes of meat. So it looks really, really delicious. Look like you put some cilantro, some lime on it, and maybe you can eat that
made with red chili peppers.
Yeah, red chili peppers or some, and then get you a flour tortilla and go to town with that. You know, it looks really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Hey, so if any one of you guys are on my personal Facebook page, if you're texting, if you're writing anything, I can't see it. I don't know why. Go to Inside the Lunchbox and go there. And if you need to comment or anything, you could definitely comment on Inside the Lunchbox and also on YouTube. So the next state we have is North Dakota. This is really, really good, bro. It's called, like, I ain't gonna lie, I thought this was something that we had because we were poor growing up.
Yeah.
But apparently it's something that is a specialty in North Dakota. It's called a hot beef sandwich.
That is not what I was told those were called.
What'd you say it was called?
I had a friend who used to make something similar to that. I don't think we can say it on the podcast.
All right, so
it basically starts with like a curse word on shingles.
Poop on the shingles?
Pretty much.
All right, so what this is?
It looks just like that: mashed potatoes and gravy.
So what it actually is actually ham and cheese, like a ham sandwich, in between two slices of bread. And I guess you toast the bread, right? And then what you do, you pour brown gravy over top of it, and in the center of it, of the two sandwiches, when you slice it in half, you have mashed potatoes, and you just put brown gravy over all of that.
That sounds good.
I've actually had that, but I didn't know it was a specialty. I thought it was like, hey, we ain't got no money, we eating this tonight.
Hey, that's where a lot of like local cuisine comes from.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, like a green chili cheeseburger is not something like spectacular. It's just like, hey, we have this local spice, slap it on the cheeseburger. You know, we pour.
It actually looks really good. Like definitely. If you're in North Dakota, look up the hot beef sandwich. It looks like something could be some Southern comfort food. And another thing, moving on, it's a type of fish called lutefisk. It's a white fish, and you could pretty much cook it any kind of way.
Lye?
Yeah, you could. Go ahead and read some of that out. See what it says.
It's like a dried fillet of white fish that's soaked in lye. You know lye is poisonous, right? Reconstituted in water and then baked or boiled, is a sentimental favorite among the descendants of the region's early Norwegian and Swedish immigrants. Love it or hate it, North Dakota is one of the few places you can still find this pungent, gelatinous fish on the menu.
It looks very gelatinous. It actually looks like a bowl of plain Jell-O just sitting there.
Hey, listen, you know, if that's from your Norwegian history, go for it.
Yeah, it has. You can't see no salt, no pepper, no seasoning on it. But hey, I'll try it. I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. So another South Dakota. So I didn't find too much on North Dakota, but those things.
We got a couple good dishes there. I mean, like that's a unique thing.
That's definitely unique, and that's why I use that one, because it's unique. And there's also other states that actually eat the same fish in the general area.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, definitely if you're there, try I call it a lutefisk. I may be pronouncing that wrong. Please forgive me for all you would it be North Dakotians?
Yeah, that's actually I think what they're called. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Or Norwegians, because that's where that word comes from.
So South Dakota. Why I don't understand it, but so South Dakota, they have this dish or this specialty called
Chislik.
Shiznit.
Chislik, yeah.
So it's almost kind of like a kebab, but it's more.
It does look like a kebab.
It's so imagine a kebab without the veggies, and the meat is cut in strips. Like maybe
typically
cubes.
Lamb, venison, or beef.
Yeah, and
deep fried. Oh, that's what makes it different.
Oh,
or
it's deep
grilled.
fried.
Or grilled. Served on a
okay.
dish of skewers. Yeah.
So, yeah, it looks really, really delicious. It kind of looks like a famous Arab.
It looks like very Mediterranean.
Yeah, Mediterranean.
Because I had food very similar to that when I was in Turkey. That's what it looks like.
And it's called chislik.
Chislik.
Just imagine beef or lamb or anything on a skewer.
It literally says it's often mistaken for kebab.
Yeah. So just take a kebab.
The differences are in details. Okay, yeah, it's like a kebab. Yeah.
And this one note on that: if you never cooked with skewers before, make sure you wet your skewers
before
you put them on the grill, because if you don't, they will burn.
All right.
All right, so Nebraska.
All right. Big expectations, Nebraska.
Hey, and look, I actually think this is really good. They had this sandwich grilled. I think it's a fried grilled cheese sandwich,
It's deep fried.
deep fried, and it's called Frenchies. That's what it's called.
I thought that I said French fries at first. My brain is not working well today. I was like, we got deep fried French fries. Are French fries not normally deep fried?
right? So I guess what you do, you make your regular grilled cheese, and then you use like a breading or something like that, maybe flour, and you deep fry it till it's golden brown. It almost looks like a hash brown.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking like mozzarella stick over here.
Yeah, that's what I thought that was.
It looks like
at
a
first.
triangle-shaped mozzarella stick, which, I mean, it says these are coming in like they're popular in diners and state fairs. Yeah, I would try one.
Yeah,
it looks good.
It looks really, really good. And here's the thing: like you could play around so much with that because you could use any type of cheese that you want. And then if you feel froggy, put some meat in there. You know, some ham or some turkey or whatever, and you eat it with like a tomato soup or I don't know what ketchup, mustard, or whatever the case may be. And and they go for it. Like he said, they're at like local carnival, state park, state what do you call them? State fairs. Get you a Frenchie if you're in Nebraska. Get you a Frenchie. Frenchies are outstanding. All right, so Nebraska. This is what I love you guys for. I ain't gonna lie. Whoever made this is a freaking genius. The Reuben.
Now, to be fair, the Reuben comes from, I believe, Ireland. It's an Irish dish.
The Reuben is, to me, is the god of all sandwiches, next to the Philly cheesesteak.
Not gonna argue that.
Like the guy is just, and I think I gave a little hit. I don't know if that,
Did it really first debut in Omaha?
Yeah.
Am I wrong about where the Reuben comes from?
The dictionary.
One late night in 1925 at the Blackstone Hotel, Bernard made Reubens for a group of poker players, and they loved it so much it soon was added to the menu. Since then, it has become a staple across America. No way.
Yep.
I thought it was an Irish thing. Because it's at every Irish restaurant you go to.
Yeah.
Every Irish restaurant you go to, they're going to offer you a Reuben.
Reuben. And no, but here's the thing about me. Like, I love Reubens, but do not give me corned beef hash or corned beef and cabbage. I can't do the corned beef and cabbage. But a Reuben with the sauerkraut on it, oh my God! Thank you, Mr. Whoever you made that. You did awesome.
Nebraska, you're winning.
Hey, Nebraska's definitely winning on just a sandwich alone. I think another one Nebraska is good for, and we know it very well here in Texas. Kolaches.
Oh, that makes sense. A lot of Czech immigrants. Okay.
Yeah. Kolaches. And it looked like they're doing the thing up there with kolaches, man. Thank you, Nebraska, for the kolaches. Because I tell you right now, in Texas, we love kolaches down here.
You know, coming from New Mexico, I've heard of kolaches, but it's not something we would normally get. I moved to Texas as a kid, and like every Sunday morning, someone's bringing kolaches to church.
Really?
Like you go to work, someone's bringing kolaches to work, and I was just like, "What is their love of this food?
Yeah.
Like it's good, but like, you know."
Yeah.
It just blew me away just how much in love with kolaches Southeast Texas.
You just
is.
imagine what you could do with just meat and bread, right?
Yeah, and cheese.
What we got down there, it says kolaches.
Yeah.
What was it? It's capital.
Yeah.
Oh, so Nebraska is kolache capital of the world. So I think they have a festival every year for kolaches. So maybe one day Inside the Lunchbox can head down to Nebraska and enjoy some meat and bread.
What else we got going on with Nebraska? No, we're moving on to Kansas, apparently.
Yep. So Nebraska, hey, shout
you're
out.
in the running for like the top
Yeah,
two
man.
states right
I
now
think-
because
I
with the
think-
Reuben
yeah.
being invented there, that is, man, my whole life I thought the Reuben was an Irish thing.
I'm definitely going to Nebraska, and when I get to Nebraska, hey, Nebraska, is that the Huskers? What's the college up there? We'll come back to that.
I mean,
But-
like I know they're famous in like I think the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Like, they're a big player. I don't want to say it's the Cornhuskers, but I think that's what it is.
So now we're going to go take a trip down Wizard of Oz. We're not in Kansas. Well, we're going to Kansas now.
Dodge City. This makes sense. Knowing what I know about Kansas, this makes sense.
That is
Chili,
weird, right?
It makes sense though, because okay, it gets cold there, right? Like we had things like this, not so much the cinnamon rolls, but like chili and cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
It gets cold in Kansas, really, really cold, and so you make a bowl of chili, usually with beans in it, to stay warm in the winter. But what else? What else is a good winter treat you're gonna have? Cinnamon rolls, fresh out of the oven.
So-
like that just really makes sense. Knowing what I know about Kansas.
And when I seen that, I was like, that really looks good. So Kansas, you could order you a bowl of chili and get you a cinnamon roll.
Top it off with a cinnamon roll.
That sounds really good. And their chili, the way that this was, I guess, started was, if I'm not mistaken,
Look at that large quantity of beans.
There you
The
go.
School cafeterias. It's almost like beans falling in chili.
that's Kansas. They're going to put beans in chili.
Well, so a lot of people think about like when they think the Old West, they think Texas. That's
Yeah.
not true. The Old West was Kansas, Colorado, New Mexico. And
Yeah.
in Kansas, Colorado, New Mexico, at least my upbringing, we put beans in our chili. So like people talk about like chili being like a traditional like Western, cowboy food. Yeah, with beans in it.
Yeah.
Red
but
red kidney beans.
Like I said before, and I say it again, either way, I eat my chili with beans and without beans.
All right, moving on down. What is this? Byrox?
By rocks. If we pronounce any of this wrong, please feel free to hit us up and tell us how to actually pronounce these words.
Yeah,
if you're in Kansas,
send Chris an email.
no, you can send it on inside the lunchbox. So this next dish we have here, it's the best way to describe it is like a sourdough bread, and you have meat, ground meat, and cabbage stuffed inside of it. It looks like a sourdough bread, but I don't think it is. It doesn't. I don't think it specifies what type of bread it is, but it's actually once again meat inside bread, almost kind of like a empanada, kind of sort of a
It
savory,
does look like an empanada.
like a savory empanada.
Yeah.
And I think it's ground meat, cabbage. Is it cabbage?
Italian Philly
sausage.
cheesesteak,
Yeah. So
garlic chicken.
So you can make the filling with Italian cheesesteak. Italian cheesesteak. Holy moly! Philly cheesesteak. You can use like the filling and stuff inside this bread, and you bake it. It looks really good. It's weird, but it looks really good. So if you're in Kansas, definitely try the Byrox.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Bear
German.
Rocks?
It's German. Thank you once again to all the German immigrants who brought great food to this country.
Yes.
What
German
else they got?
chocolate.
What else they got? What else they got? What else they got?
Oh, so look, this right here, this is crazy. Let's check this out. It's called brown bread frozen custard.
All right. Strange flavors, frozen custard, but not in Topeka. It is a popular ice cream flavor sold by the Bachmann, German, ice cream company in the 1920s from their horse-drawn ice cream cart. It is flavored with brown sugar and vanilla. That sounds good.
With brown bread.
With tiny bits of brown bread. I'd eat that.
I would try it, but when you think of ice cream, you don't think of bread inside your ice cream, right?
Well,
At least I don't. I don't think of bread.
yeah, but when
inside
you
my
think of ice cream, you think of vanilla ice cream. You have to expand your idea of what ice cream is.
Yeah, you're right.
Ice cream
And-
can be mint with chocolate. It can be brown bread
we're
with brown
bringing back-
sugar.
we're bringing
It can
back
be
the
custard
mints.
that has like an egg in it. You think of the most vanilla term ice cream.
Hey, I
Expand
like
your
my
horizons.
pecans. I like my pecan and pearline.
Yeah, but you won't get it in a root beer float. Moving on. Oklahoma. Oklahoma.
The Sooner State.
Yeah.
Here not.
Red River rivalry going on here.
Yeah, this I never thought this like Oklahoma would have this type of stuff, but then again, maybe so.
Oh, there's a lot of Vietnamese there. Yeah,
Yeah,
cuisine.
I
I've
didn't-
been to
I didn't know.
Oklahoma City. You know, have you ever been to Oklahoma City where they have that I think what they call it, man, this was like 20 years ago. They have like the Brick Street downtown area with like
Yeah.
all this wonderful food. You have like the different pizzas and things. Yeah, they got Vietnamese there too.
I didn't. So last time I was in Oklahoma, I was a kid with my grandfather. He was retiring from Fort Sill, so I don't remember anything too much. I don't remember too much about Oklahoma. I didn't know it was. I guess they have a great population of Vietnamese people there.
Well, I mean, you got to think like in the 1960s with the fall of Saigon, a lot of Vietnamese refugees were placed throughout the United States, and they were put in these like little communities, right? So instead of dumping, say, 1.5 million Vietnamese on Los Angeles, they would split it up amongst all the states.
yeah,
So when you drop like 50,000 Vietnamese refugees in a place like Oklahoma, it's going to be a big part of their culture because Oklahoma doesn't have the population of, say, like New York, Los Angeles, Houston.
Yeah. So I didn't know that, but they got some decent food
Yeah.
here. I guess it's called banh
mi.
banh mi.
Yeah.
I guess it's like
Oh, it's a French baguette. Oh.
so get a French baguette, and then you're taking like is it pickled like cabbage, carrots,
Yeah.
and pickled cabbage, carrots, some other veggies, and then your choice of meat on like a baguette, kind of like a sandwich. So
It looks like a
Yeah.
delicious little sub sandwich. Yeah. There's a great Vietnamese restaurant in Tomball that we would go to regularly as a family. They would have things like this. Not that exact.
yeah.
That is.
It looks really
unique,
good, though.
But yeah, that looks really, really good.
So
yeah.
so here's the next item we have here. I don't know what it is about the U.S. and
Deep frying everything.
not I guess you look. So this is called lamb and calf fries. But wait till you read it. Read
The shape is looking really suspect.
Yeah, it's really suspect. I don't know what it is about the Midwest and their
Making pasta, sausage, cheese. Don't call Colorado the Midwest. That's a mountain state.
the mountain state.
Somewhere along the way, they embraced lamb. Oklahoma's not Midwest. No. Oklahoma is a plain state. It's the Great Plains.
But you go ahead and read it out loud.
Batter fried testicle slices from lamb rather
So-
than calves. Wait, from lambs?
Yeah, so we went from Colorado eating Rocky Mountain oysters, I guess is bull balls, to now we're eating lamb and calf.
Yeah.
Lamb
Okay,
balls.
we're gonna take the nuts off this baby lamb, and we're going to deep fry and eat it.
And it's called
Oklahoma, there's a reason why you're not part of Texas.
and it's called fries. They don't call it Rocky Mountain oysters. They call it lamb and calf fries. It looks like fried pickles to me. So imagine you guys are
It looks like fried dumplings to me.
or maybe fried dumplings.
It does
yeah.
look like dumplings, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is with us U.S. and
Don't put us and Oklahoma in the same sentence. They're their own thing.
so once again, I asked the question: if I'm going to order lamb and calf fries, should I order those in pairs?
I think it would be like humane to do so. Yes.
Can I get one lamb and calf fry, please?
Yeah,
Sir,
one of each.
you gotta order them in pair.
Yeah.
So you gotta have a pair of balls to make this dish complete. Wow. All right. So moving on. Hey, by the way, well, Oklahoma, you were doing okay with the banh mi until you started eating.
Just looking at this real quick, Oklahoma, stick to the Vietnamese cuisine and less of the which group of immigrants made this? Pittsburgh people, Italian immigrants from Pittsburgh. Okay, yeah. So more Vietnamese, less Pittsburgh people. Texas.
All right, that's where we at, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, well, Texas is. I could just go on and on. It's a
There's-
huge state.
There's so much here in Texas, man.
So, I was in this thread talking about where people were talking about like Texas, and they were talking about specifically Houston because I'm from Houston, and they said that one of the things about Houston is just like there's just this a pride in the city that you don't normally see from other cities, especially in Texas. Like you don't get it from Dallas, you don't get it from Austin, you don't get it from El Paso. There's just this deep pride in Houston of like we are who we are. We're proud of who we are, and that's our food. And I would have to say, like, yes, moving from New Mexico, which we had great food, we had great cuisine in
Yes.
New Mexico, to Texas, just the sheer amount of different types of cuisine. You can go down to Chinatown and get like really good food. You can get authentic Vietnamese food here. You can get authentic. Where was I the other day? A couple weeks ago, like I was down in an authentic Filipino restaurant right next to an
nice.
authentic Italian restaurant. Like it's just really good. Texas
Nice.
has a massive variety of foods.
The list goes like I didn't even write down anything for Texas because obviously I know I'm here. I live in Texas. We know what's
Yeah.
here, but barbecue,
King of barbecue.
Tex-Mex, Mexican food, chili, Southern comfort food where there's chicken fried steak, chicken fried chicken. You name it, it's here in Texas. Like the list goes.
Because Texas goes from the Badlands of New Mexico
Yeah.
all the way to the deep south. like a lot of people don't want to consider Texas a southern state. It is a southern state. The eastern and southeast parts of Texas are 100% southern.
Yeah.
We're just as southern as Arkansas. We're just as southern as Louisiana. We're just as southern as Georgia or Florida, right? So we have that southern cuisine, that unique southern comfort foods. But then we also we stretch through the Badlands all the way to El Paso. So we have Tex-Mex. We have on-the-border Mexican restaurants. We have, you have the Badlands, where that's where like all the cowboys, the ranching, the cows, that's where the chili and all those traditions come from. Yeah. So Texas is a huge cultural center that has amazing food.
Yeah, definitely.
I know I'm coming off a little like biased because I'm from Texas, but reminder, I grew up in New Mexico, and Texas still blows me away with how good their food is.
Yeah, we're definitely doing it up. The next state, they need a little help. Maybe we could send some people here from Texas and maybe some people from Louisiana to help these people out.
Nebraska, help your neighbors.
Minnesota. Travis, I love you, buddy, but what do y'all eat up there?
Tater tot hot dish. This sounds like something my grandma from Michigan would make.
I really want to know. Like that was like
ground beef, sweet
Travis,
corned beef.
Like what?
Yeah,
because I couldn't really find anything. And what are you guys known for as far as food? Like what do you guys eat like at a state fair or something like that? Because the only thing I really found was
casseroles,
tater tot hot dish. I'm not sure what that is.
So Minnesota is the land of 1,000 lakes. Can y'all like go out to some of those lakes and make some dishes out of the fish? I don't know. Help yourselves.
So I was reading this.
How do you have 10,000 lakes in your state, and you're best known for the tater tot?
Nah, see, that's just what I found. That's why I'm asking, because they have to be known for something.
Sure.
And
they're known for missing very important field goals.
Shots fired. Hold on. Where's that Taylor Swift?
Where's that Taylor Swift?
Sorry,
resist. Sorry, Vikings fans. Love you guys.
I love like Randy Moss was a beast.
Yeah.
Dante Culpepper. I love Dante Culpepper.
Who was their famous running back for a while? Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Peterson.
He was
really good.
I loved watching him.
He used to stay right down here in the Woodlands.
Did he?
Yeah, and he got in trouble for.
I remember he got in trouble.
Yeah, he got in trouble for spanking his kid. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Pretty much. All right, Minnesota, tell us what you're famous for, because we could not find anything on you. You have to be famous for some sort of fish dish with that many lakes.
I could tell you they're famous because they got my boy Travis there. If it wasn't for Travis, it wouldn't be called Minnesota.
True.
You are the fuck. I mean,
all right.
You are the man.
So, moving on to the state that's only important once every 4 years, Iowa.
Well, they have Caitlin Clark now. I don't know if you watch basketball. Well, they had Caitlin Clark.
I know Caitlin Clark.
They had Caitlin Clark. She's in the WNBA.
Yeah, she put him on the map.
I mean,
she definitely put him on the map. But I'm just saying, like, in general, short of Caitlin Clark, which now Indiana has.
I mean,
what are you guys famous for? We're the first presidential primary, man.
I'm not going to lie. I think Caitlin Clark looks better than this dish I'm looking at right now.
How's she ever...
Emotional damage.
All right, so Iowa. I'm looking at the original Made Right sandwich. It's a sloppy Joe with none of the sloppiness on it.
No, all it is ground beef, like with look like
they're
onions.
trying hard here. A messy culinary rite of passage. This is not a rite of passage. My 11-year-old could make this. It's an Iowa tradition made with just the right combination of spices. Hopefully, you spice something here. 1926. Declared to be made right, blah, 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 blah. It's ground beef on hamburger buns. And it's not even hamburger patty on hamburger buns. No, it's ground beef loose on hamburger
And
buns.
the picture that I'm looking at doesn't even look like it has any sauce on it.
No, it's not a sloppy Joe. But it could be a sloppy Joe if you just add some tomato paste in there. I don't know.
Maybe some cheese. Iowa...
just do something to it.
I don't know.
Maybe we just found a bad picture. Who knows?
This is how I feel right now, Iowa.
Emotional damage.
I'm sorry. You guys need some help.
Yeah.
Once again, we're offering help. We're offering free aid down here in Texas.
We will send you a Texan,
We
a
will.
New Mexican, or a Louisianan up there to help you out. Nebraska, help your neighbors.
Let's go.
Man, how did all the good cooking in the plain states all end up in Nebraska? Is that what happened? This is
And they're so
sad.
close together. Like, how did you just
Gas station pizza.
So look, this is another one. Look, Iowa, like, geez, like you guys are famous for gas station, like pizza you buy at the gas station.
Gas station just may not lead to mines and promo.
They actually go to a gas station.
Pizza's good enough. Good enough.
So New York City, when we get there, I want to compare the New York City pizza to the gas station pizza in Iowa.
Scrambled eggs, mozzarella, and cheddar on a pizza. Moving on. All right.
Gas station pizza, you can find it at your local gas station.
Emotional damage.
All right, sorry, Iowa, where we going on?
Sour cream raisin. Keep the pie raisin. Okay, so this is where raisins in the food come. Iowa.
Dude, it's sour cream and raisin. That's horrible.
This old-fashioned pie is creamy with a bit of tang from the addition. We're running out of buttons to push. It's perfect for raisin lovers and people who aren't huge fans. What does that mean? Moving on.
So hold on real quick.
Wait, we're ending on this note?
No, wait, hold on one second.
What do we?
So sour cream and raisins in a pie. I'm sorry, like at least they found something raisins to go into, and it's not potato salad. At least they did that. So with that being said,
How do you guys even have raisins in Iowa? Like raisins, grapes grow in what? California? You guys are importing raisins to put it in a sour cream pie. You know what?
The crust actually looks really good.
It does look good. I'm not lying. It like the picture is looking great, but when I read the description, I'm just like, what are we doing? What is happening? Who hurt you people?
So with that being said, Iowa needs help.
I mean, I'm willing to try two of these. I'll try your gas station pizza,
Listen,
scrambled egg. There's Dorito chips on the pizza.
If you want to try a gas station pizza, why don't you go a mile down the road, go to QT, and they have some fairly decent pizza.
we have good pizza in Texas.
I guarantee you. Well, you ever heard of what's that Pizza Brothers? That's in every country local gas station. Like
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's probably the same thing.
This has Dorito chips on it.
I could put Dorito chips on there, bro. Iowa, you need help. Sorry.
Okay, so Caitlin Clark wanted to get into the majors to get away from Iowa.
Emotional damage.
Caitlin Clark. I'm glad you're no longer in Iowa. Where is she now? She's
Indiana.
She's in Indiana.
Indiana has good food. I've lived there.
Okay, well, we're going to find out next
I mean, they have casseroles. Like, there's a lot of casseroles.
Okay, well, casseroles, where it's at. So, real quick, not real quick, but we're done with Iowa.
And hating on the 50 states.
So, before I go on to the next thing here, before I start talking about this product that I have here, for all your states that are lacking, we are willing to send aid your way.
Yeah.
Seasonings, salts, cuisines.
Think of it as like a UN aid group.
We're willing
to send it to your states.
So yeah, definitely hit me up on Inside the Lunchbox and I see what I could do. So I went to a restaurant called Mezzi's here in Conroe, Texas. It's a Mediterranean place, and the food was outstanding, Levi. The food was great. I could safely say that as of right now, 2024, they have the best restaurant and food in Conroe, Texas.
That's a tall order. Actually.
Their food was delicious. The only problem that I had with Mezzi's was the plate wasn't as warm. It wasn't hot. You know, when you bring your food out there, you want your food on a hot plate. But the plate was still it wasn't cold, thank God, because you would have got a whole lot worse review.
And where in Conroe is this?
This is right there off of where they're building where they built the new Hyatt Hotel and the Sam Houston on the right, the new Sam Houston Market Street Marketplace. Like you're going towards 1488. And to the right,
okay, that's the part I'm not incredibly familiar with.
It's
Okay,
like
yeah,
right
sure.
there on the right hand side. It's called Mezzi 1 Mediterranean food, and it blew my mind how good their food was. And another thing that really blew my mind, I was so happy because I've been looking for this for years, and I finally found it. I love some good old Turkish coffee. When I say Turkish coffee is, to me, this is just me, is one of the best coffees in the freaking world. Like, oh my God, I was in heaven. And it's the only coffee that I know that actually gets me amped up.
Well, I mean, Turkey is where coffee comes from originally. That's where it all started. No, yeah. So, if I remember the story correctly, it's like some monks is the wrong word because it was a Arab society. It was a Islamic society, but they were just cooking up some beans and stuff, and they came up with coffee, and that's where coffee shops and started was in Turkey, in and around Turkey, and then down in Iraq, Baghdad, other places like that as well. That's where it comes from. And I've had Turkish coffee in Turkey. It's really, really
oh my
good.
God,
and
this
it
coffee
will.
is-
It's like an espresso shot.
Oh
really.
my God.
Yeah.
And it's so if you go on my TikTok, I did a little review on it. And the way they make their coffee is a little bitty, like little coffee pot like this. And they heat the sand up, and the sand heats the coffee pot up, which actually allows the brewing of the coffee. And the sediments are still inside the coffee. So when they pour it, you're not just getting the liquid. You're also getting the sediments, and that's what makes it so freaking good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's the sediments in there. Oh my God, I'm sitting up there like licking inside the thing. That's so freaking good.
Oh, it's good. Yeah.
So-
it's good.
If definitely in Conroe, go down to Mezzi, tell them Chef Mac and Sir Levi Rex sent you down there. And I don't get paid for saying this. Maybe they'll give you a discount. Maybe they'll hook me up. Maybe they'll call us back down there and do another food review. But definitely go down there and check it out if you're in Conroe, Mezzi. And I would say price-wise, medium.
Yeah.
I would say it's definitely worth it.
Like compared to Outback Steakhouse, how are we talking?
Outback Steakhouse, as far as price range,
Yeah.
I would say it's probably about the same.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe-
that's not
maybe-
medium.
maybe a
Yeah,
little bit
that's
more.
That's a good date. That's a
Maybe-
solid date.
Maybe,
yeah.
maybe a little bit more. Definitely Mezzi's. And they also, we need to go, man. They have hookah. They have shisha. And they have a bar.
Brother, say less.
They have a bar.
Say less.
And
You
they
said
have
hookah and Turkish coffee in the same sentence.
It's like I'm so ready to go for it. Like you guys
For
don't
those who
understand.
don't know, both of us have been deployed to the Middle East. We were
Yes.
both probably introduced to hookah in the Middle East.
Yep.
It's really good. It's you're not inhaling smoke like you would if you're a regular smoker. You're inhaling mostly steam because it's filtered through water.
Yeah.
But it's a good time. It's relaxing. They have great flavors. There's a hookah lounge that I go to whenever I'm down in Houston off of Westheimer, out towards like the Katy direction, that I go to and have a good time, or in the Galleria, sorry, that I go to have a good time. Well, I'll order like a Turkish coffee and I'll have like some hookah and hang out with some friends. But now you're telling me there's a hookah lounge here
It's
in
like
Conroe?
5 minutes down the road, bro.
we got to end the episode right about there.
Yeah. So look, like I said, folks, hey, thank you guys for tuning in to Inside the Lunchbox. We have 3 more episodes, so we got 30 more states to go. And definitely tune in, and we appreciate you guys coming through. We love you. We appreciate you. Sometime in between the next week, I'm just going to do random pop-ups. It's going to be Ask Chef Mac. So definitely come through. Check us out. We love you. Inside the Lunchbox, Sir Levi Rex, Leviticus Maximus, the man, the myth, the legend.
Have a happy 4th of July. Please be safe out there on the roads. Be safe with your fireworks. Don't shoot your neighbor's dog. But definitely enjoy your freedom.
We are out.
Democracy or whatever.